we've been able to add functionality for our customers at a much more rapid pace than if we were going to try and do that ourselves in a private data center. Our engineers will be spending countless hours trying to add this functionality, where instead Microsoft releases new solutions and options every month, and we're able to just start putting them in for our customers instantly. So, anyone who's a little hesitant or nervous about moving forward, I'd really encourage you to reach out to the DCO team. I mean, they did a great job preparing us for what's to come.
CompuData is a success story in our Microsoft partner ecosystem. A few years ago, they migrated all of their private hosted customers into Azure, growing their revenue by 250% and their profits along with it. This is a journey that began with a strong partnership with our data center optimization team. If you are on a similar journey into the hybrid cloud, feel free to reach out to our team at dco.microsoft.com. With us today is Ed Guerrieri. He heads the technology advisory practice for CBIZ. CompuData has recently merged with CBIZ, and Ed has led the operations of CompuData for the past 10 years. He really led the construction and building of their cloud solution practice. So Ed, we're really happy you're here. Congrats on the recent merger.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It's been a fun ride here, and now merging up with CBIZ, we're very excited for the future here at CompuData.
Awesome. Well, Ed, I want to first know what guided your strategic decision to add Azure into your business practice.
Yeah, certainly. So we were a private data center provider. For many years, we had our customers utilizing our equipment in our data center systems. And as we grew and scaled larger, it became more and more difficult to manage that infrastructure. And I found that our best engineers on our team were spending more time on back-end infrastructure rather than front-end customer-facing issues, which is really where we shine with the customer. And the back end is not where we want our people focused. So as we got larger, we realized that we needed a different solution to scale to the next size. And Azure was perfect for that. I mean, more than 95% of our customers are using modern work within Microsoft, the Office 365 suite and licensing. So it made sense for us to go on the Azure route for the cloud solution. And the DCO program was great in giving guidance on how to move workloads. We used the built-in tools from Microsoft, like Azure Migrate, and some other solutions within the stack that helped us move our customers seamlessly over time. And now we see that our best engineers are not working on back-end infrastructure issues. They're back in front of customers, which is where we want our people shining the most.
That's awesome. And I'm really glad the DCO team could help. Speaking on the impact that this decision had, did you really expect it to change the way your company operates?
Yeah, I mean, it allowed us to scale faster. So we really had a backlog of work because we were waiting for infrastructure to catch up with new deals. And now we can scale, pretty much infinitely and instantly. There's no constraints on how quickly we build infrastructure. So we're able to spin customers up faster, perform migrations faster, upgrades quicker, which has improved our customer service levels and our customer response, right? So that's been very important for us. In addition, we've been able to add a lot of solutions that we never had before. So before we were really limited to 2 or 3 data center locations. Now we can really drop customer information anywhere in the United States or globally. And the solution stack within Azure is much larger than what we were able to deliver with our private stack previously. So we're able to get into new markets. We're able to offer newer solutions, better solutions, more cost-effective solutions for our customers. And that's really seen an uptick in our business because we have better products out there to offer to the market.
Well, you sure learned a lot throughout this journey. Ed, what advice would you give to fellow partners that are starting to explore Azure?
Yeah, so we were a little hesitant to start the journey originally. I think there's a lot of other private data center providers out there that probably are in a similar boat, a little hesitant to pursue that. One, unsure of how to move workloads. I mean, it's difficult or at least people think it's difficult at the beginning. And then, unsure of, will I be able to provide the same level of service to our customers by removing the infrastructure portion, right? So there is a comfort of control of the infrastructure where you know that you can stand behind the reliability and the resiliency of the infrastructure. So that was a concern of ours to begin with as well. But once you really dive into the solution set, understand how to properly architect solutions within Azure, you can get better resiliency and better performance and uptime metrics out of Azure solutions than you ever could in a private data center environment. So just, I would say, make sure you educate yourself and learn the well-architected framework within Azure, understand the tools that are available to you. And as long as you have a good foundation of how to build these workloads in Azure, you can build better solutions using Microsoft Set. It's been very apparent to us. In addition, we've been able to add functionality for our customers at a much more rapid pace than if we were going to try and do that ourselves in a private data center. Our engineers will be spending countless hours trying to add this functionality, where instead Microsoft releases new solutions and options every month, and we're able to just start putting them in for our customers instantly. So, anyone who's a little hesitant or nervous about moving forward, I'd really encourage you to reach out to the DCO team. I mean, they did a great job preparing us for what's to come. Do some research, education. There's plenty of training materials out there for your engineers to learn how to architect on Azure. And then once they have that foundation, once you get started, you'll see it's going to move very quickly. I mean, we completed our entire migration in probably about 18 to 24 months. And that was over hundreds of customers. And we were able to do it very smoothly, really just coordinating with customers on migration timelines. And to our end customers, they didn't see any difference, right? And that's the goal. They continue operating as is, but on the back-end infrastructure, we were able to make all those upgrades for them.
Well, yeah, your customers maybe don't see the difference, but you sure went to a big transformation. So congratulations, Ed, on that. And thank you so much for your time. I'm sure when you look back, it sure looks like a lot, but it started with a decision that you and your team took to embrace a new business model with Azure and apply it to the specific needs of your business, your organization, and your customers. If we recognize that every experience is different, and we encourage you to reach out to the DCO team, because we can talk about the specifics of your business, your organization, and we can help you get to where you want to be.